Here at home, Calgary City Council approved the new arena deal on Tuesday afternoon. The vote was 11-4 in favor of the deal, but the controversy probably not over yet. Council is also still trying to figure out what to do about the Green Line. Danielle Smith from Global News Radio 770 CHQR joins us now to continue this conversation. So the deal's approved, Danielle. Who are the winners and who are the losers here?
Well, I think that the big winner on this one has got to be Jeff Davison. When you think about if the mayor, to his credit, has been supportive of this deal, but let's remember how this all went down. Jeff Davison stepped in because everything had collapsed because the mayor went to the table with negotiating positions that the team just couldn't agree to. And so they said, fine, no deal is better than what you're putting out here. If the mayor had been smart in playing this for a win, he probably would have sent out somebody like Drew Farrell to put the hard negotiation position on the table. And then when it fell apart, he would have been able to come back and say, okay, let's be more reasonable here. Let's see if we can find something. Instead, it was Jeff Davison who played that role. And so it's been interesting to watch to see a few things that have stuck out for me. One is that there were no leaks about this deal. We were trying to get some information on it beforehand, but everybody was mum. And that's, I think, a sign of a really good management structure that they had in place. Plus being able to use this independent consultant, Barry Monroe, man, they found the right guy who was able to look at it from the city's position, but also be realistic about what the team could afford. So this is a situation where bringing in an outside consultant with expertise really made some sense. So it shows that that Jeff Davison leading this process wasn't the guy who wanted to micromanage it and come up with every detail. So I think if people are looking at who might be positioning themselves for a run in the next municipal race, I think we got to be watching Jeff Davison a little bit more closely, because I think that this is a pretty big win for him.
Yeah, I've asked him, by the way.
What did he say?
Yeah, he wouldn't tell me anything.
See, mum.
Yeah, there it
goes. Like the negotiation.
There it goes. Let's talk about the Green Line. Possible solutions to get that line over the river to the north.
Oh boy, what a mess that one is. Hey, I mean, I think that one of the things that I heard when I was speaking earlier this week with Councillor Jeremy Farkas is I couldn't understand why it is they were throwing out the existing design and bringing in a brand new one. These new cars are going to be at ground level. All the stations are going to be done differently. All the trains are going to be different. And when you think about it being downtown 7 stories, it's not going to integrate with the current system. And I couldn't understand why. And he said, well, the system that we have is essentially obsolete. And so trying to maintain the same kind of structure with the same kind of cars would be increasingly costly. So I want to talk to somebody who I've spoken about with LRT many, many times before, Marcel Latouche, see if he has any innovative proposals for how this could be resolved. I mean, our listeners are trying to come up with all kinds of solutions. Like, for instance, try to find a way to build a bridge on land and over downtown so that you don't have to do a tunnel underneath, or just build up on either end in the south and in the north, and then take a BRT downtown. So I think that there's got to be some creative thinking around this, and we'll see if we can get some of that brainstorming done today.
Okay, sounds good. Have a good show, Danielle.
Thank you.
You can listen to Danielle on 770 CHQR starting at 9:30 this morning.